Thinking about buying your first home for in Florida this year, but worried about your down payment? What if I told you there are programs that could give you 10,000, 35,000, even 75,000 to help make home ownership a reality? In this video, I am breaking down Florida's top 10 first-time homebuyer assistance programs for 2025. Where to find them, how to qualify, and how you can take advantage of them. So trust me, you don't want to miss this. Let's dive in. Before we get into our top 10 first-time homebuyer programs for 2025, I wanted to stop first here at the Florida Housing Finance Corporation website. This is located at floridahousing.org, and I would recommend it for any first-time homebuyer and others as well. It's a great resource for housing across the spectrum. So if you're a first-time homebuyer or not, just a homebuyer, a renter, a property owner, manager, there's resources here for everyone across the housing spectrum. But one thing and the Florida Housing Finance Corporation, was created by the state legislature. Just to give you a quick intro, it was created more than 40 years ago to assist in providing a range of affordable housing opportunities for residents that help make Florida communities great places to live, work, and do business. So that should tell you, that it's a great resource to leverage. So for home buyers, it will explain a few of the more common programs, which we'll cover later in this episode. But it also has a home buyer program overview. It tells you how you qualify, or what the qualifications are as a first-time home buyer, your credit score, minimum credit score, things like that. So good information. As a home buyer, first time or not, you really want to be prepared so you can get into that pre-approval stage. And this kind of tells you a lot of the information that you need to know if you'll qualify and what it takes to qualify. So from there, it also has a program wizard that steps you through the number of people in your household and what county you live in, and a few other questions. So it steps you through that process so that you can see the programs that you could potentially qualify for. So first stop, head to Florida Housing Finance Corporation at floridahousing.org and check that out. So let's get into the top 10 next. The Florida Hometown Heroes program. It's a very popular program in Florida. It is designed for our hometown heroes. If you're a paramedic or healthcare, education, law enforcement, or other eligible profession, you could receive up to $35,000 in down payment and closing cost assistance. It offers a 0% interest loan that doesn't need to be repaid until you either sell or refinance your home. Great program. And it's so popular that this year I've noticed, and back to the website we were just on, the Florida Housing Finance Corporation, which helps, I think, to manage this program. It's hit its reserve, but there are fallout funds apparently available, and my recommendation is to speak with your loan officer and see where it stands, what's available with that. And worst case, they could switch you to another program. But like I said, it's a popular program, so you've got to get on it pretty early. It renews from year to year. And being popular, they'll probably continue that, but it's never guaranteed. So I would recommend you, if you're interested, to get on it and plan ahead. So that is number one. Next up, number two, the Florida Assist, or as they call it, the FL Assist program. It gives first-time home buyers up to $10,000 in down payment and closing cost assistance as a second mortgage with 0% interest. You don't make monthly payments because it's deferred, but it is due when you either sell or refinance, and if you no longer occupy the property. So there's a few things to factor into that, but it is 0% non-amortizing, and it's a deferred and a second mortgage. Great option to get up to $10,000. It does work on FHA, VA, USDA, and conventional loans. Number 3, the Florida Home Ownership Loan Program, or to use the acronym HLP. It will provide $10,000 in assistance, but unlike the FL Assist, this one is fully amortized. It has a 3% interest rate, so it requires monthly payments over a term of 15 years. It's a great option if you need extra financial support up front. A few things to know about it is if you ever cease to occupy the primary residence, it will become due and payable in full. So I just want to offer a disclaimer that all this information is publicly available, and we're going through a top 10, but I certainly recommend you talk to a qualified loan officer when you get serious about this. That is definitely beyond what we say in the real estate industry is my expertise. I'm offering you what the programs are, but you must talk to a qualified loan officer when you get serious about this, because they work with it every day. They have information that's probably a little deeper. I'm sure it's a little deeper than really what I can provide in this video. So that is number 3. Okay, so for number 4, we have the HFA Preferred and FHA Advantage Plus programs. This one is really exciting because you can get 3%, 4%, even 5% of your loan amount as a forgivable second mortgage. That means you don't have to pay it back if you stay in your home for 5 years. Now, obviously, there's qualifications and things like that. I will steer you back to the FloridaHousing.org website, because they do have the program wizard will help you in this regard to see if you do qualify. But I will a little added information there. Utilizing these down payment and closing cost programs, whether you receive 3%, 4%, or 5%, and it's a forgivable second mortgage, and it's forgiven at 20% a year over its 5-year term when used with Florida Housing's conventional HFA Preferred for TBA or FHA Advantage for TBA first mortgage products. The Plus second mortgage is available only with the conventional first mortgage products. So that is definitely something to check out. Just imagine having a forgivable loan that after 5 years you don't have to worry about. Well, that is number 4. All right, for number 5, if you're buying in Tampa, they have a Dare to Own the Dream program, and it's for home buyers within the city limits of Tampa. It offers up to $50,000 in assistance. It is a forgivable loan, meaning if you stay in your home for 20 years, you don't have to pay it back. If you go to the tampa.gov website, there is a page that describes it in more detail. Quick overview, you've got to have some income qualifications, things like that. But they call it a silent second mortgage because of the 0% rate and the 0% monthly payment. The deferred payment loan can remain silent as long as the property continues to be the owner's primary residence and is owner occupied. So you can get up to $40,000 to assist income eligible first-time home buyers to achieve the dream of home ownership. And you've got to, though, just a few little things to factor in. You've got to begin the process before you have a contract. You've got to get a reservation number, and you've got to meet what they call the AMI or the area median income requirements, which is for household income. But there's a lot of things too in there. I mean, you can purchase up to a $450,000 home if you do qualify, with the debt to income and other things. But pretty nice deal that the city of Tampa offers. So that is number 5. Okay, moving right along, number 6. The Pinellas, Pasco, Polk counties all have first-time homebuyer assistance programs as well. You can receive up to $12,000 in assistance if you live in one of these counties. They also offer affordable fixed-rate loans, making it easier to buy your first home. So just to cover one of the counties in Pinellas County, if you go to pinellas.gov, the Housing Finance Authority, the First-Time Homebuyers Program, it is got information on there on how to qualify. You have down payment, closing cost assistance with a home key plus second mortgage. You've got to go through an approved lender list, and your minimum FICO for all the loans is 660. Good information on there. They've got home buyer classes. A lot of these requires an education component too, which is really good because it helps you, if you've never owned a home before, it helps you understand all the things related to home ownership. I know personally as a homeowner, everyone as a homeowner, really, you know all the things that factor in, from repairs, maintenance, all. It seems like it's, there's a lot of things you don't probably think about until you're living in the home that you have to deal with. So these education classes are actually a good idea. So that is number 6. Okay, number 7. This one's really pretty cool. The city of St. Petersburg has a purchase assistance program that offers up to $75,000 in down payment assistance. Up to $75,000. So that is huge. If you qualify based on income, this could really, be a game changer for home ownership. So to learn more information, you go to the stpete.org website. They have a page that describes the program. It's called the Housing Down Payment Assistance Program. It's similar to some of these other ones. It actually it provides a 0% interest rate. It's a secondary mortgage. It can be up to 20% of the property sale price, with $5,000 going toward closing costs for a maximum of $75,000. So if you're a home buyer and you're at or below 80% of the area median income, or the AMI as we mentioned earlier, after 10 years of continued occupancy, and no monies will be owed to the city. So it's got a forgivable part, right? So that is definitely something, if you live in the St. Pete area, I would check that out. So that is number 7. Number 8, the city of Miami has a first-time homebuyers program. Anyone familiar with Miami knows it can be an expensive place to live, but it's a dense area and it's a big area, so it doesn't have to be an expensive place. A lot of it depends on the location. That's the heart of real estate, location. But it can be tough on first-time homebuyers, so they have a program that offers up to $70,000 to help with down payment and closing costs. So pretty cool. If you go to miami.gov and look for their first-time homebuyer program, they've got an apply for the program page that steps you through it. And so if you're located within one of the areas that qualifies, and it tells you if you do or not, then you're pretty, I would definitely check this out. And it kind of touches on a point too, when we talk about first-time home buyers, that really means, and for most of these programs at least, if not all, it means that you haven't owned a home in the last 3 years. It doesn't mean that you haven't ever owned a home. So, usually they say within the last 3 years. I don't know if that's across the board, but for this program, it is. For down in Miami, I see that listed. You can't have income um, that's more than 80% of that area median income, which is one factor for a lot of these, as we've discussed. And it's adjusted for family size. And you must be able to afford the monthly payment based on your income and debt. You've got to contribute at least $500 of personal funds toward the down payment. That's not really a lot in today's world, and toward the closing costs. So existing homes up to $451,000. New construction is the same, and they've got an application process. I would definitely check that out. So if you're in Miami, that's it, number 8, their First-Time Homebuyer Program. Okay, as we were kind of doing our tour around Florida with each of these, the city of Orlando also has a down payment assistance program. It's very similar, similar requirements to some of the other ones that we've already discussed. But if you're in the city of Orlando, if you go to orlando.gov, the website, and you look for the First-Time Homebuyers Program, it will actually step you through 6 different steps to see if you qualify, you're eligible, and what you can get based on your income. Just to give you a little information about that, the income level they have, if you're below 50% of the area median income, they deem that your income level is very low. So you could get up to $45,000 in that situation. The caveat is you've got to qualify, though, for a mortgage. So it could get a little bit tricky on this. That's why I want to say once again, speaking to a very qualified loan officer is the best way to go. They will be an advocate for you to make sure that you do meet the qualifications for any program that would benefit you. So, and then if you go up to the next step, though, the low, that's 51 to 80, you get 35,000. Moderate's 81, all the way up to 140. So you could even exceed the area median income by 40%, and you'd still get 20,000. So that's interesting with Orlando, that they do that. It is a forgivable loan if you do not rent, sell, or convey ownership during the loan period. And it says a recorded mortgage and note will be replaced on the property for 10 years as part of it. But if you get past the loan period, it is forgivable. So pretty interesting for the city of Orlando. So that is number 9. Okay, a little drum roll for number 10. This one is going back to the city of Miami, and it's actually a program that's initiated by One United Bank. It's a history on One United. They're the nation's largest black-owned bank, and they've launched a new initiative to support first-time homebuyers in Miami. They recognize Miami, which we mentioned, it can be an expensive place to live, and it's certainly undergoing an affordability crisis. With just 7% of the city's homeowners under 35 years old being able to own a home compared to the national average of 11%. So that is a part of their Lift Up initiative. They offer a $50,000 down payment assistance for first-time homebuyers in Miami, and also out in Los Angeles and Boston. And where that comes from, their partnership is with the Federal Home Loan Bank out of Boston. And it's a first-come, first-served initiative for Black, Hispanic, and other minority homebuyers. So pretty good. I just thought I would include this if you happen to be in Miami and you meet any of the criteria that they're looking for. You've got to be approved by the Federal Home Loan Bank of Boston. Um, but you don't have to have an active loan with One United either. So it begins on April 1st, but it's already launched. So if you meet the necessary requirements, you can apply for that right away. So I would definitely check that out. Just search for the Lift Up Initiative with One United Bank for more information. So that is number 10. There you have it. 10 first-time homebuyers programs we went through today. More information, I'll include links in the description. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit your notification bell so you don't miss any of the future real estate tips that I hope to provide. I'm going to try to do at least one video a week on real estate. I'm going to cover some neighborhood tours and all kinds of things. So I hope to have a lot of useful comment for anyone that is going to relocate into Florida, or you're a first-time home buyer. You need some information. Well, hopefully you'll think of me as your resource. So hopefully you have a great day. Hopefully this video helped you out with this top 10. And until next time, thank you.